Ness, Elizabeth, I've had a chance to meet, paradoxically, Elizabeth before I met Ness face to face, having gone all the way to Hobart. So I'm looking forward to the chance to meet face to face with you, Ness, when you were in the Middle East.
Yeah.
But thank you. That was brilliant work and really inspiring. Lots of comment in the chat, which I will pick up later. And obviously, we'll be saving all of this and putting it into our YouTube and recording the chat as well. Heather is with us, and welcome, Heather. Lovely to have you in the room, particularly after the weekend that you've had. I mentioned at the outset that I think it was Friday night that Heather was awarded the title of the Best Independent Head Teacher of the Year from the Times Education Supplement Awards. So at great expense, we have flown you to Cleveland. And I'm going to unmute you and ask you if you could to, as it were, open our session.
If I can get this to work. Oh, right. I'm just getting organized here. I'm so sorry that I'm late this morning. I think I was overwhelmed by, by the excitement. I'm still overwhelmed by the excitement. Can I just say this? You're not in Cleveland. If you're not in Cleveland, you won't realize that this is currently a hotel full of women. Sorry, Cedric. I've seen, this morning, literally, since I've been here, I've seen 3 male guests and hundreds of women, and it's really exciting. So that's my excuse for being late. I was so busy looking at all the lovely ladies. I can say that. So thank you very much, Ian, for allowing me to speak rather later than I should be, but I am also very delighted to be introducing, or nearly introducing, this morning's reports. My own school, Lady Eleanor Hollis in Hampton in Middlesex, just southwest of London, has been involved in these projects in the past. Several of my teachers have done these, and last year one of them was in Boston presenting her research. And it is exciting that we can, I wish you were all here, because it is so much nicer to see people in person. But the next best thing is actually being able to do this. And 3 or 4 years ago, the whole notion, this would have seemed like magic. I mean, I have to admit, I still feel that it is clearly magic of some sort, that we can do this from all over the world. 5 continents represented on our screens this morning, which is quite remarkable. And we have 4 people, 5, including me, here in Cleveland. The ICGS, we thank them for letting us do this presentation this morning and hear from one another. And it's nice to see Jane on the screen as well. I haven't seen you for a whole week, Jane, since our London GSA summer conference. The papers that were presented last year in Boston were published then in the book, which is so beautifully illustrated behind Ian's head. That's it, you just stood in front of it the very minute that I mentioned it, Ian. So the magic in the space beyond, and the hope is that the themes that are in that book will be followed with an additional book that's going to be written either in addition to the book that's there. And those themes are student well-being, which is what we've just been hearing about so brilliantly, pedagogy and curriculum, professional development, and life after school. So it's a really important thing that Brightfield does, and feels the value of having objective external mentors helping those of us who are working in schools. I myself come from a business background. I worked in the City of London for 10 years before I trained to be a teacher. And I know that the two-way street between business and employment in industry and all the rest of it, and education, is really important. And we have so much to learn from one another. So if I were in the city now, and maybe I will do this because I'm retiring in 1 week and 4 days time, not counting, and maybe I'll go there and tell them to listen to us a bit more, because it really does make a wonderfully positive difference to all of us. So thank you all very much for your presentations today, in advance or after them. And thank you very much to ICGS for letting us all come together this morning. Ian, back to you. Oh, we can't hear you now. What about, is that my fault?
Unmute? No, that's me. It's fine. Heather, thank you so much. And I know that you probably can't stay for the whole session, but thank you for your contribution and your good wishes, because your support and that of Eleanor Holidays has been consistent and profound throughout. So for that, I'm very grateful. And I will look forward to catching up with you face to face in your retirement.
You never know.
Okay. So I'm going to ask Nikki to stand by because we're going to go into Nikki's session in just a moment.